Do you regret not pulling the trigger? This is Oris, the official old guy at oldguytalkstome.com, a podcast dedicated to helping older guys create kick-ass lives for themselves and those that they love. Check it out. There's lots of stuff that will help you create that kick-ass life that you want. Subscribe, share, and review. Do you regret when you didn't pull the trigger? I was sitting here this morning and thinking about that, and thinking about things in my life in the past. And one of the moments where I did not pull the trigger, in a lot of ways, actually really pisses me off because I did all the prep work, and sometimes this has shown up other times in my life. But I was about 17, and I was an ambitious guy at that point, still am. And what happened was I had set up this art show, a charity art show, and it was actually a beautiful Frank Lloyd Wright house in Paradise Valley, Arizona. It was actually at the home of the then CEO of U-Haul. Happened to be going to school with their kids, and I was able to set all this up. I'd set up the location. I'd set up the artists. I had a bunch of artists that I found through ads in the paper. Yeah, that's when people actually used to use ads in a newspaper and printed. And I set everything up. And then something happened. I chickened out. I didn't pull the trigger. I'd done all the prep work, all the stuff that was necessary. Now, there are things that I probably had not thought about. How do I do money? How am I going to take checks? What do I have to do if those checks bounce? All that stuff. But I didn't take the initiative to pull the trigger. I'd done all the work. And a lot of times we find that when we do this, it really is very, very frustrating. And those are one of the times I really regret that I did not pull the trigger, because it would have been fun, it would have been different, it would have been stressful. At the same time, I probably would have grown in a very, very different way. But leave it to say that there have been other times I have taken advantage. I've had pulled the trigger. I'm glad I did. Those openings, those doors that open and close. And sometimes they never open again. There's a saying, and I'm a great lover of reading this, and people don't normally like it. They think it's so bad, but Machiavelli. And he has a statement. He says, fortune favors the bold. If you want big-ass results, well, you got to take big-ass risk. That doesn't mean you have to be risky or reckless, but you got to be able to take risks. You can't be risk-averse if you want big-ass results. Where in your life have you failed to take the risk, to step through into that open door?